everyone, and welcome to this new video today. So we're going to be talking about the 2022 Genesis G70, and Genesis released all the new pricing for the G70 in the US market, and it's actually cheaper than almost all of its rivals. So Genesis is going to be pricing the new G70 at around exactly $37,525. Now that is cheaper than the Audi A4 at around $40,000. The new Lexus IS, which is also around $40,000, and the Mercedes C-Class and the BMW 3 Series, which are both around $42,000 or $43,000 for their base price. This is pretty much what we expected, around cheaper than the competitors. Other competitors in this class also include the Volvo S60, if you want to throw in the Acura TLX as well. They're kind of all in the same compact and or a little bit bigger sports car sedan class. Now, what else is new for 2022? So of course, outside, Genesis has completely redone the exterior design for the G70. Now, the chassis is pretty much the same. It's more of a redesign, not necessarily a new generation. So we do have the new exterior. The main new point was to add the new Genesis theme to the exterior design. So that means those two lines, which is those two split LED headlights up front, which carry out to the rear. That line's supposed to carry across the entire body shape. That also has quad LED headlamps up front. You can see the 4 different beams up front. And we also have the nice cool LED taillight design as well, and that split pattern, which is a really cool thing. Up front, we also have the new Genesis Crest grille, which is their signature grille design, and the G matrix pattern, which is inside of that grille. It also carries out through a whole bunch of different parts of the vehicle as well. It's like they're kind of the signature theme of the design. Now, under the hood is pretty interesting. So if you already know, the Genesis G70 and Kia Stinger share a architecture. They share a rear-wheel drive, aluminum-intensive architecture. Now, the Kia Stinger also got a facelift, just like the G70, but what's really interesting is that they gave the Kia Stinger the new 2.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. Meanwhile, this 2022 G70 sticks with a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. Really weird stuff there, not too sure why they did that as of yet. Now, in this G70, this 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder is making 252 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque. Now, this is going to be sent to either the rear wheels or all 4 wheels through an 8-speed automatic gearbox. Only the manual is finally dead for this facelift version. Then comes the familiar 3.3-liter twin-turbocharged V6, and it makes the same 365 horsepower and 376 pound-feet of torque, again, either to the rear or all 4 wheels. Now, what Genesis has done for 2022 is they've kind of retuned the chassis a little bit. This means they've kind of improved the steering, made some suspension modifications that give the car even more agile and sporty feel. In the top end 3.3-liter twin-turbo V6, in all-wheel drive trim, I think it's called the Sport Prestige package, you can get a limited slip rear differential even, which is a really nice feature. And that's pretty much it with the powertrain-wise stuff. Going on to the interior, it's pretty much the same actually. Genesis did change the infotainment system. So now you have larger 10.25-inch infotainment system running Genesis's unique software, similar to the software that's on the new G80, GV80, GV70, and all those new products coming out. Really large touchscreen, has a nice clear, crystal clear display. Unfortunately, we don't have a digital dash, which is kind of annoying. It is offered in South Korea as a 3D digital gauge cluster. I don't really know why they're not bringing it here. All the competition has some sort of gauge cluster, except for the TLX right now, which is kind of a strange thing. I really wish they would have put that in there. Hopefully for the next generation, if that comes around, they'll do that, or maybe as like a little update within the lineup. But that is kind of annoying that that feature is not there. Nonetheless, the the analog gauges are pretty nice, and you do have I think it's a 7 or 8-inch screen in the center to give you some sort of information. Additionally, on the interior, you do have a new Sport Plus mode, and outside is there a new optional variable exhaust system to make the V6 sound a lot better than it did before. It was kind of quiet and muted, so those are some other options. Now, for the 2-liter Turbo 4, in terms of pricing and specifications and models, the 2-liter Turbo 4 can have in rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, in standard or prestige trims. Now, once you step up to the V6, a whole bunch more stuff unlocks. Here you can go in standard, you can go in sport advanced, you can go sport prestige, or you can get the top-end launch edition model. This launch edition model is going to be around $54,000. So what do you get for $54,000? Basically everything you can possibly get, with the addition of matte paint colors. This is the first time Genesis is introducing a matte paint color in the North American market. In the South Korean market, you can get the GB80, G80, all in matte paint colors. Unfortunately, they don't do that here just yet. Hopefully they will later down the road. So I think you can get it in either matte gray or white, pretty basic colors. And they also include a matte paint care kit to kind of take care of that concept. It's a different sort of washing process for that. These launch edition models also get the limited slip differential, as well as a black and red leather Nappa interior and lightweight 19-inch wheels. Other than that, that is pretty much it for the 2022 Genesis G70. I think it's a pretty enticing offer, but there are some things that we kind of are missing out on, like that digital dash, and it would have been nice to see the newer engines under the hood as well. Kind of a disappointment they haven't put that in there. What I think is going to be a really good car from Genesis coming out is the upcoming GV70, which is the SUV. And unlike the G70, they actually don't share the same platform. The GV70 is based on Genesis's M3 aluminum architecture, which is shared with the G80 and the GV80. So it's kind of like a shrunken down version of that platform. That gets the new 2.5 liter turbocharged engine, as well as the new 3.5 liter twin-turbo V6. More power, I think it looks really good, and the interior is much more modern and nice than the G70. So that's gonna be nice to see when that comes out, especially to the US market. And those are also gonna spawn an electric version of that, the GV80 and the G80. So there's a lot of new Genesis stuff coming out, and a lot of exciting things coming from that brand. But if you are looking in the compact sports sedan market, the G70 is definitely a really great option, especially over the pretty much aging Lexus IS, even though I think it looks incredible. It's an old platform, old engines, old gearboxes, and a pretty old chassis. If you want something more high-tech, definitely go for the upcoming new C-Class, or if you want something pretty much more traditional, I think the BMW 3 Series is always the go-to option in this class. But I think the G70 is a great offer. Genesis also does bring you a lot of cool quirks, like I think convenience with their maintenance. They'll come pick up the car for you. There's a pretty good warranty on the powertrain and stuff. So Genesis is a pretty good brand, so don't worry about them. There's a lot of exciting stuff coming from them coming soon, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video and quick update. Thanks again for watching.